everyone, this is Marie with Joy for Balance Energy, and this is chapter 2, which is a review for chapter 2 of my workshop that I did last Thursday. I believe it was the 8th, and what that was called was Passion to Profit. And so I wanted to do a review, and there's probably like 12 reviews for each chapter. Well, not 12 reviews, it's reviews for about 12 chapters. And so I wanted to go ahead and put this together so that you kind of dig a little deeper from that workshop. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a free workshop, and it helps you to figure out what your passion is and kind of the steps of how to go about it to go after it. So yesterday I did a review, which was the very first chapter, and basically what that was about is just kind of preparing yourself. And today's review will be how you identify your passion and your interest so that you can figure out what it is that you truly want to do. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Marie, and I run Joy for Balance Energy. I started this business back in November last year, and I'm not only involved in just the topics. I've been a hypnotherapist for 16 years, and I also do tarot and pick-a-card readings, and I do the self-care videos, and so that's what I have been starting to do. And so if you're interested in seeing more of that, I have my channel broken up into different categories. And so you just go to the category that you're most interested in and check it out. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I just wanted to give a quick overview of who I am. And also, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe to my channel because I am growing it organically. And so it's been a slow grow since I started the channel. But it's been great. I have loved what I do. I have great passion for helping people. And that's what led me to do this workshop, is to help people find their passion, to go after what it is that they want to go after, where it doesn't even feel like work. I mean, you're just doing what you love, and then, as you build it, things follow. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this chapter 2 review. And what we're going to do is kind of break it down, and it'll be a fairly short video. I'm trying to keep them short. And so what we're going to do is break down into questions. It's kind of like these questions are that rake that is breaking down all the different things that you're passionate about, because you may be passionate about all sorts of different things. Excuse me, but there is, if you want to break it down to one, maybe two that could fit in the same bucket, kind of like what I've done, because it all kind of fits together in some way. And so, the first thing you need to do is think about what you're most passionate about. And, what I would do is get a piece of paper and ask yourself that question. In fact, if you want to take a minute, pause this video, go grab a piece of paper, and then, write this down. So go ahead and pause and then come back. Okay, so the question is, what are you most passionate about? Go ahead and write that down. And the first things that come to mind, and how you're feeling when they come to mind. We're going to go down deeper into that, but just go ahead and jot those things down now. Now, you're going to probably have several things listed, and so we'll dig into those a little bit later here, but I just want to go over some other techniques that you can use that will help you to find that passion, the true passion. And there's an exercise that I do, and I go ahead and I sit down in a chair and just relax, and in fact, why don't we do that right now? I won't close my eyes, but go ahead and sit down in a chair, get yourself comfortable. And as you get yourself comfortable, just go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and then out your mouth. And do it again through your nose. Inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. And what you're doing is getting yourself to relax so that you can get into that zone where your mind is calming down. And you know, if you have the chatter take over, just breathe and you'll let it go. So just go ahead and relax. And you know, think about what it is that you're passionate about. And as you I would pick one. Put that out there. Like for instance, I love doing tarot for people. And then just sit there and just kind of go through this scanning process with your body. Pick up any senses that you're feeling. You know, you could get goosebumps, you could get heat kind of feelings. You can pick up different things. And then you go ahead and you go, you know, what was the strongest sensation? Was there a strongest sensation? And you could do this over and over with other things that you feel passionate about. So, like I said, we're going to keep it short. So go ahead and open your eyes. And, you know, so that's an exercise. You can figure out what sensations came through you, because it will give you sensations. And if it doesn't the first time, don't get frustrated, because you have to do it several times. Now, another technique that I use is by using my intuition, which doesn't mean, you know, sit down, breathe, and go into a meditation. It's strictly using your intuition. And the best way to do that is with the list of things that you have written for passion, that you're passionate about going after. You go ahead and read it and listen for the first thing that pops into your head, or a feeling. If you get a feeling of uneasiness, it's due to the fact that maybe that isn't the most passionate thing that you should be doing. You'll know when you hit the right thing. So that's another technique. And generally you feel right off the bat what it is that you truly are passionate about, because you'll feel it emotionally, and you'll even feel it with, feelings, sensations, and things. I mean, you may get goosebumps. So, those are just a few techniques that, I've used that has worked for me. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Now, what do you do that you absolutely love? That's another question. Because I'll tell you my experience. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because I ended up, being an empty nester. I had 4 children. I had a house full. And so when they left, it was like, oh my goodness, what do I do with my life? And, at the time I was a realtor. And I still am, actually. But it was like, what am I really passionate about? Because I want to really love what I do. And so I just started thinking about it, and it's like I had went through this awakening by, some of the techniques I described to you. And it was like all these ideas just started coming to me. And I had to kind of settle down, because I was getting excited about all the different things. And in chapter 1, I talked about this, that you really want to put some goals together and make sure you put those together where they're reachable. Not take these huge bites and become overwhelmed, because that's what I did. I was so excited about everything. It's like, oh, I love jewelry. Oh, I love tarot reading. Oh, hypnotherapy. I mean, I was just going bang, 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 bang. And I ended up trying to cover all of that, and it really backfired because I became overwhelmed. The biggest thing is to choose one. You can always expand it later. And so that's what I did. I started doing tarot. I haven't given up on jewelry, but that'll come when it's time. That's how you have to look at things. And I just wanted to give you that example because when you say, what is it that I absolutely love to do? You really need to narrow it down to one thing eventually. And so, that's question 2. So write down the first things that come to mind. And then, what are you really good at? So that may expand that list a little bit more. I think the biggest question here, well, there's several of them, is what are people constantly asking you for to help them with? Is there anything that they're coming to you on because they know that you're really good at it and it's something you really enjoy doing? That's another thing to write down. What is it that you lose track of time when you're doing it? Because I know that, when I do videos like this, or I'm doing my tarot, or, not that I'm selling my jewelry right now, but I do build it just to take some time out of something I am passionate about. What is it, that you would want to really focus in on? And then, do you lose track of time because you're just so into it and you feel like you're in this flow? That's another way to figure out your passion. And so, these are simple steps just to try to identify what your specific passion is so that you don't overwhelm yourself with all these different things and try to go after all of them, because that will never work. If you bite off more than you can chew, it will never take off because you'll be overwhelmed and you'll give up. So I want to just kind of circle back and, repeat the questions. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes so I make sure I didn't miss anything. Because each one of these questions, and I'm just going to go ahead and read the question so that you could write it down. And the first question is, what are you most passionate about? What are you most passionate about? Okay, and the next question is, what do you absolutely love to do? What is it that you absolutely love to do? What are you really good at? What are you really good at? And what are people constantly asking you help for? Because they think you're good at it. What are people constantly asking you for help with? What do you do where you lose track of time because you're just feeling so passionate about what you're doing? What are those things? What do you lose track of time over? And then lastly, when do you find yourself in the state of flow? It's just that flow where you're just like, it's almost like you're floating and you're just, it just feels so good. So those are certain questions that you can go ahead and write down all these different things that come to mind, and then go back through the questions. What are you most is the operative word, most passionate about? And then review, everything that you wrote down, and start crossing off the ones that aren't absolutely the most. Because you're going to take this list of things and shrink it down to, a very small amount of passions, because you can't do them all. And then, what do you absolutely love to do? That's the next question. So you go through and scan everything that you've written. What is it that you absolutely love to do? I mean, you really need to feel it. And that's where you use your body or your intuition to really know, what do I absolutely love to do? And then what are you really good at? So if you look at that list, what do you truly feel that you're really good at in the things that you wrote down? And you just keep crossing off. If you don't feel that, cross it off the list. And then, what are people constantly asking for help with by you? And also, as you're thinking about that, think about those things that they're asking you for to make sure that they fit in that passion column. And then, what do you do where you lose track of time? So you keep just going through that list. It's like you're weeding out the things that aren't quite as strong, passionate thing that you want to do, because you're not having that sensation of you're losing, track of time. And so you just take those off the list that don't fit that. And when is it that you feel like you're just in the flow? And go through your list again. This helps eliminate a lot of the different things, because, we can think that we are passionate about a lot of different things. And I think it's good to write down everything that you feel that you're passionate about, because you can even break it down. Even though I'm passionate about this, am I experienced in this? So you can break it down even more into more, even bigger questions. And that's going to whittle you down to one or two. And once you get into the one or two stage, then you want to identify, what would you do with those things? And those, the interests that you have. How could you create that passionate business that's really going to offer value to somebody out there? So, that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss today. I told you that the video would be on the shorter end. These are just very quick. And, just be sure to keep coming back. I do topics every Tuesday and Thursday. Now with this, since I have so many review lessons, I might need to do more than twice a week, or else it could take like a month and a half to get through the chapters. So I will be working on that. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please comment below. I would love to hear your comments. Also, if you have not seen the workshop, just go to my channel, and it's Passion to Profit, and it was posted on, I believe, the 8th. It was a Thursday of October. And so I'm going to leave you with that. And, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, and then you'll receive videos that I put out there every time I upload. And then also I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And those links will be below so that you can visit me there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed putting this information out to you, because I think it's really important to live life with passion, with joy, having fun. I mean, that's what life is all about. But we get so caught up in what we were raised with, what we were told we had to do, that we ended up in this rat race with the constant hamster wheel. Well, this is starting to change. And that's why I wanted to do this workshop. So you have an awesome day or night or whatever part of the day you're in. And I look forward to doing the next video soon. Talk to you later. Bye. Much love. Take care.